everybody!
Welcome to VAD Trip with
Julia and
Vida.
Thanks for watching us here on VAD Trip and thank you for watching us sa mga watch parties namin on groups all over Facebook. We're happy that we're back. And Vida, we have an exciting guest today, di ba?
Yup. So ngayong gabi, we have, we will be talking about taxes. Wala tayong takas dyan. Sabi nga nila, there are two constant things in the world. That's death and taxes. So, bakit nga ba importante para sa ating mga freelancers na mag-register sa BIR or Bureau of Internal Revenue? Bakit nga ba kailangan meron tayong TIN number? So, para pag-usapan yan, ito ang ating guest for tonight, si
Eleazar Jose or si LJ Jose for short.
LJ.
He's a digital marketer. He used to work in Manila but now he's in Davao. And we have him as a guest because he has wrote a very detailed account of his experience. So, kakwentuhan natin siya ngayong gabi para malaman natin paano niya nagawa yun and paano natin magagawa yan as painlessly as possible.
Yes.
Yan. So, welcome, LJ. Welcome to the show.
Hello, LJ.
Hi. Hi, Julia and Vida. Thank you very much for having me and inviting me to the VAD Trip show.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very honored. And yeah, let me know how we can help your community or the freelancing community as well with this specific Facebook Live or sa parang orientation na to when it comes to freelancers and taxes sa Philippines, not just here in
well, we don't want to do it, pero we have to. So, but before we tackle that, can you tell us your VA story? Paano ka nga ba napadpad bilang isang freelancer, bilang isang VA?
Yeah, this is way back 8 years ago, I think, when I was in college. So, I was taking up engineering and then kind of required yung programming na course. So, I was already good at it back in high school. And then I heard about like freelance programmers online. Dun ko na-meet si Odesk and really started there from scratch as low as possible na rate because I really didn't have any portfolio or clients there. So, medyo try lang. Di naman hirap during that time pa. Eventually, I had clients and stuff. I was doing it part-time and then figured out that parang engineering wasn't for me. So I kind of like, dropped out, went to para iba yung calling ko. Parang akala ko dati nasa call center yung calling ko.
Once upon a time, lahat tayo, karamihan sa atin, akala natin nandun yung career path natin.
Right. So eventually, I was put in a good call center, international banks, and then tried to climb up the corporate ladder. Mahirap pala. Got tired of it for a while, and all of this while I was doing still freelancing. I had like 2 jobs before as like call center sa gabi and then like English online tutor sa morning. And then kind of got tired of it. And then so back in 2016, I kind of really realized that I wasn't really saving money. I was just living from paycheck to paycheck. And then I thought of why not go all in sa full-time freelancing with my current skills. So aside from programming, medyo I was kind of, I dipped my toes in a lot of areas as well. So medyo napagod din ako nun. So that's why I just specialized in marketing na when I was already back in Davao. Kind of new to me back then, pero I heard that every business needs marketing. So parang, I will always have a job unless like the AI or the robots take over marketing. Yeah, and that kind of started my full-time freelancing back in 2016.
Mhm.
Um, I've been with, aside from my international clients, I'm also with the VA Bootcamp company under
Mhm.
Jason Dulay. Today is actually my 2-year anniversary with them, exactly.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so aside from that, yeah, just helping out other freelancers as well with specific meetups and more on, helping newbies start. They're so blessed right now, not like in the years before.
Oo, oo nga.
That's true.
Mm.
Kasi ngayon ang daming resources. Noon tayo talagang talagang
Learn as
grabing
you go.
research. Learn as you go.
uh, Gapang, anonymous forums, at saka trial and error na sobrang, mahirap.
Oo. Ayun. So, ano, so let's get into the meat of the matter, LJ. So, why is it important for you to register as a freelancer, as an independent contractor?
Mhm.
Okay. I really didn't know about this before. Like, for so long that I was doing it part-time. Hindi ko alam kasi I was part of a company. But then they were like handling my taxes and stuff. But when I went into full-time na, I realized, I learned na we actually have to. And I was thinking now, why would I give my money to the government? Even though basically aware na ang government this when we had our when we the VA Bootcamp company went to Tarlac and then we were sponsored by the government. They are very aware of these things and everywhere. So hindi kagaya dati na super underground, hush hush and whatever. Um, Now they're very aware of it. So inisip ko din na I'm thinking long term. Like I'm registering because I need to have that piece of document na para if ever that I will be using it for traveling. Like right now, I'm traveling to non-visa countries, but I plan to travel to visa countries as well. And kailangan talaga nila ng proof. If you're a business, then you have to be able to provide proof. So yun yung parang that was my motivation. And meron din kasing mga clients, maybe, who will be
Mm.
flying me out to the visa countries, di ba? So, para hindi na sila mahirapan, hindi na rin ako mahirapan. But ultimately, the thinking there was for long term, whether I will be
Mhm.
applying for loans, credit limit increases, home or car loans, and other stuff not technically required yun.
Mm-mm.
So,
Mm.
aside from the legality of it, being secured na you're also doing your job and having the right to complain to the government because you're paying.
That's true. Ayun. So, sa BIR, pagdating sa BIR, how are freelancers classified? Kasi I hear so many stories from our groups na pagpunta nila doon sa BIR office, sa regional office, pag tinanong nila, ma'am, freelancer po ako, ako po ay virtual assistant, I work from home. Ano pong classification ko? And they get a blank
Right?
they get a blank face. So parang, ha? Ano ka?
Mm. Yeah. It's
So how are you?
very
How are we
common.
classified?
It's very common based on sa mga nabasa ko na rin and na-research ko. Like a lot of freelancers or self-employed people in our industry already wrote a lot of blog posts about this. Parang when I was researching until way back, so many years ago, may mga nagsusulat na. So why did I still write mine? Well, I had a bad experience kasi. And that was back in 2017. But
Hmm?
not to get into much details about it, the gist is that before I like give any like advice or insight to it, I'll just clarify that I'm not really a tax expert or
Mhm.
an accountant or a bookkeeper. So more of like someone who just practiced the process of it
Mhm.
and yeah. So the classification is in the BIR form is just professional. So you can think of
Ah.
maybe doctor or kung masosyal gusto mo celebrity or artista.
Hello?
Yeah.
Ayun. Akala ko, sorry. Akala ko biglang naghang. O, yun. So,
Sino na?
Oo, so classified within the BIR, ang freelancers pwede siyang as
Under
professional.
professional.
Oo. So, during in your experience and in your research, if a freelancer is to embark on this journey, kasi journey siya.
Journey talaga siya.
Yes.
Anong suggestion mo na ngayon pa lang kailangan i-prepare? Siguro mga papeles sa kailangan ihanda para hindi siya ganun ka-painful yung process.
Ayan. For the registration process kasi, the part of the first and second quarter of the year is, I guess, is the best time to register. I wanted to do it last year, December, after ko makabalik from Manila. But then, yung BIR mismo ang nag-advise sa akin na to register next year na lang kasi you will be paying double. So, calendar year kasi yung tinitingnan nila when it comes to the renewal of the registration. So when it comes to the requirements, dyan talaga yung journey. Kasi it could be that every BIR RDO office has different requirements. So ako, I didn't really want to waste my time kasi medyo malayo from our area here in Davao yung office. So I just called. I was just like, trying to see if may sumagot and yung matinong sagot talaga. So I was surprised na they were very knowledgeable of the matter. They were very accommodating and they're very aware of, the situation. VA freelancers work from home. So that was already good for me. And they just gave me requirements then. So these are just like basic papers. And again, it can differ from every RDO. So that's for every BIR office. So that's why in one of the disclaimers sa blog post ko, like I wrote there na call first or know the specific requirements because not everyone's experience is the same. Not everyone's requirements from different parts of the Philippines is the same. So yun yung kind of bad experience ko back in 2017 kasi I was like presenting wrong requirements na hindi rin nila alam. So that was it. So mainly like say for example, based on what I've already researched, some cities in Manila and Visayas require occupational permits or business permits. That's like the gateway. Here in Davao, when I was doing my research, and thank you to Grace from whatevergracemeans.com, she was able to provide to help me with this information na barangay certificate lang kasi magkaiba yun. Barangay certificate lang ang kailangan for the gateway na tatanggapin ng BIR yung application mo here.
Okay. For here, oo. So, kailangan kung other areas tatawag talaga initially.
Yeah. And
Kasi,
baka sa viewers natin hindi alam kung where I'm from. I'm just here in Davao. Same with Julia then. So when I like say here, specific sa city namin.
Oo.
Yes. You have to check first with your local government kung ano yung requirements nila when you register for as a professional. So may mga ilang RDO, like ako experience ko before when I was registering my small business, wala na po siya ngayon. Pero yung small business ko noon, ang hiningi sa akin, marami. May hiningian ako ng barangay clearance, yes. And then kailangan ko magpunta sa even for that small kiosk and that small area, kailangan ko pa ng fire extinguisher, kailangan ko ng health clearance, marami pang hinihingi. So, baka sa RDO ninyo, ganun din, maski na you're working from home, hingian kayo ng clearance from the local fire department, baka kailangan din ng health, depende talaga sa depende sa RDO. So, check nyo muna first.
Ayun.
Right. Tama.
Oo.
Ayan. So, bukod dun sa barangay clearance, and in some cases, I guess, yung fire safety
meron
stuff,
iba,
ano yung mga
nagre-require.
documents? Ano yung general documents na kailangan ng freelancers para mabilis yung kanilang pagre-register?
Okay. To clarify lang din, in the barangay kasi, there are two, the certificate and the clearance. Someone messaged me before na parang ang dami pang form na fill up sa kanya kasi clearance yung tiniting niya, ina-apply niya, which is like the NBI or the police clearance na parang to check if wala kang kaso sa barangay or whatever. That's, sabi ko sa kanya, like, no, don't do the clearance, do the certificate thing kasi ano lang yung babayaran mo lang just to certify na you are a resident of that specific area. Yun lang yung kailangan ng BIR. They're not gonna check if you're a criminal or not. So, yun. So aside from that, to actually to enumerate, and this can be found naman in the blog post. I'll just be rambling other stuff here. So you need to already have a tax identification number. So if you're like employed traditionally before, you should already have that. If not, buti nga ngayon, pwede na mag-apply online. Kasi nung dati.
Oo.
And yung application ng TIN online is actually specific for the self-employed. There is like a drop-down there. Nakalagay, are you setting your TIN? Are you registering your TIN as self-employed ba? Or I think something else. So I think it was really made for us or for the professionals. Ayun. There are just some other BIR forms na you can check na lang the blog post, and then some barangay things as well, like cedula. So, I don't really know what's the purpose of it, pero sabi kasi, bayaran daw. So, ako, bayad na lang.
I think that's more like a city tax natin. So, iba yung income tax, iba pa yung city tax. But it's a simple amount lang naman, like for every 100 or 200,000, for every 1,000 pesos na sweldo mo or na earnings mo, it's 1 peso. I'm not sure kung nagbago. Oops, guilty.
Yeah, it's not that much. Binayaran ko parang 50 lang.
No.
So, aside from that, there is also yung client contract or certificate of employment. So the barangay secretary kind of like asked for that. I already had something on hand from my international clients. So pili lang ako kung anong contract gusto ko i-present sa kanila. If wala naman, ikaw na lang gumawa. They're not really gonna check, or you can you just inform your client na, hi, I created my own. Or if you can provide me if it's a hassle for them, then you can just do it yourself, sign na lang nila electronically or whatever, then print it. It's not really a big deal. It's just something that they need in their records. Ayun. So aside from that, birth certificate, of course, to verify yung information, 500 pesos, which is like the registration fee every year. So, yun lang talaga ang technically na kailangan mo to get registered in the BIR. Just, 500 pesos. And one journal notebook. So, ito yung nabibili sa National Bookstore na I think 27 pesos na nabili ko back then.
Yes, bilhin nyo na kasi pagdating ko sa RTO, minsan 50 yan, minsan 100 pa.
Ginagawang business ng mga tao yan doon.
Ayan. So, can you walk us through the process? So, after mong kumuha ng barangay certificate, pwede ka na bang dumiretso sa, BIR?
I would suggest, not really suggest, pero required to like photocopy everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe 3 copies each, kahit yung mga BIR forms. I was only doing that, like medyo na OC ako. Kasi I was taking photos for my blog post and like, shots and stuff. So, yun, after photocopying, then once you already have that, basically yun lang kailangan mo for the certificate of registration. So yun yung document na sabi na registered ka na as a professional sa BIR, and you can do the registration process in just 1 day, but technically it will really take you like almost 1 day to finish the process. I finished like, I don't know, maybe I think 2 or 3 p.m. na, and I was there at like 9 a.m. So yun, proceed ka lang sa RDO na, and then some RDOs may have queue numbers, some RDOs may have like lines. So just ask for the new business registration. So most
Mhm.
of them may nakapaskil naman na sign na this is for new business registration. Medyo technically parang priority yung mga ganon kasi parang business niya. So punta ka lang doon and then just present the requirements muna. Oh wait, sorry. I think before that there is an assessor. So parang BIR officer to assess the documents muna kung tama lahat before ka i-endorse dun sa person who takes care of the new business registration. So dito i-identify ng assessor kung ano yung profession code mo or something.
Mhm.
Yung classification mo. Ako naman, medyo alam ko na yon. So sinabi ko na I'm into advertising and marketing. So hinanap na lang ni ni BR officer dun sa system nila kung ano yung specific code na yon and nilagay niya sa akin. Other blog posts that I've researched have listed as parang office na classification or other services na classification. So explain lang na maayos siguro sa officer na yon
Mhm.
what you do. And then, if not, like, just say work from home or kung ano man, like online client, international.
Mhm.
Hopefully, intindihan nila. If not, maybe, tell the officer to, if meron ba kayong someone else na, mas nakakaalam nito, try mo yung mga medyo mas bata na officers ng BIR. So
Mhm.
most likely alam nila yun. Pero yung akin, alam na alam niya eh. So I didn't really have any problem with it kasi they were fully aware of what I do.
Mhm. So, how long did this take you?
Yung the whole thing na from the very beginning to the very end.
The very beginning to the very end, I won't count na lang siguro the change of RDO because medyo kasi December ko nga ginawa yon and then recommended January ako mag register. But the change of RDO happens if like hindi ka originally yung TIN mo does not belong to that specific BIR office. Say for example sa akin, I was working in Taguig and I never changed it and I'm now living in Davao and working here today. So I had to change that and it only takes like 1 week. So tawag din BIR after and then follow up. But I would say the entire process with the receipts took 3 weeks because nagka-holiday nung time na yon. So medyo na-delay yung processing ng receipt ko. Pero normally it should just be 2 weeks.
Okay.
I see.
So, manageable naman. Pero parang, kasi kung iisipin mo, 2 to 3 weeks, ang laking mawawala kasi sa income. So, is it okay to outsource this process to somebody? Can we hire it out to like a bookkeeper? Do you think it's okay?
Wait, sorry, clarify ko lang pala,
Ay.
Julia. The waiting period was 2 weeks, but the exact
Okay.
process, registration of to register in the BR only took 1 day, and then they
Okay.
told me na bukas pwede ko na kunin yung certificate ko, which
Okay.
which can be depende sa RDO, but depende sa number of things na pinaprocess nila. I heard from others na it takes maybe 2 days or 1 week based sa mga nabasa ko din before. But I was like super surprised na here it's only took like 1 day. Sige, balik ka na bukas. Yun yung sabi sa akin. And then tiniming ko na lang with the seminar. So it's not required anymore because of the new administration. Pero I would still kind of recommend it to attend the seminar kasi ako ang dami kong questions when it came to the industry natin and especially yung filing and stuff, mga technical stuff. Talagang parang kami lang nag-usap one-on-one nung nag-seminar eh. Dami kong tanong. But yeah, I didn't really go back the next day. I went on the same day nung seminar kasi it was only like held every Wednesday. So para, two birds with one stone, I kind of, went there during the day ng seminar. So like 2 days na yun. And then on the same day of the seminar, and nung the same day na nakuha ko din yung certificate of registration, pwede na ako mag-apply for the receipts. And luckily, merong representative ng printing press sa BIR. Hindi ko alam kung like fixer siya or whatever, pero ando na siya eh. Mukhang legitimate naman. Maybe he was just processing then some of their companies papers for their printing press na mga nag-order sa kanila na nag-print.
Yeah. Natagalan din kami nun eh. Yung printing na, nagulat nga ako eh. Printing lang yan ang receipts ah. It's only 5 booklets. Bakit natagalan?
Kaya nga. So, yeah, technically 2 days and then waiting period of 2 weeks to get the receipts. Yun lang. Mabilis lang.
Ano naman pala, hindi naman.
Kaya ng isang, in a sense, pagpunta mo doon sa RDO, kung certification lang rin naman ang kailangan mo, kaya naman ng, kaya ng isang araw, matatagalan lang yun doon sa,
sa resibo.
Sa resibo. Kasi kukunin mo pa yung, may kukunin ka ring certification from, from BIR bago ka magpa-print ng receipts.
Right. They need a physical document na yung certificate of registration bago ka maka-apply for the receipt. Yun yung kailangan ng printing press.
So, even with the, what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of being a BIR registered freelancer? Na-mention mo na ilan kanina eh.
Yeah. Wait lang pala, Dida, I wasn't able to answer your question if pwede siya i-outsource, diba? Like the process of it. For me, I was really curious, and since I was writing the blog post, hindi ko ma-outsource. And I wanted to know the process because if I'm a business owner, I want to know how that thing works and how that specific system, although it is bureaucratic or whatever pa na government stuff, it was just to satisfy my curiosity. I know that it can be outsourced to specific accountants, bookkeepers, people, companies, but they have a fee, of course. And in Manila, like one of the online services who does that is not that cheap. So it's kind of you really have to invest it. If you want like the full service, you're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna sign forms and then leave it to them. Kinda, I inquired, but the Davao it wasn't covered. So yeah, it can definitely be outsourced. Depends really on you, on your availability, if you really want to do it or not. So it's your choice. So you can check local services for that.
Ayun. So, since na-mention mo nga earlier yung advantages, well, meron ka bang experience na possible naging disadvantage ngayon na registered ka or wala naman?
Sa tingin ko lang, the disadvantage would be if you don't know the specific process or the details. Like, in my registration, I used the new tax type of BIR, which is the 8% thing. A lot of freelancers don't really know that yet. That I consider it more beneficial for me because ikaw kasi mag-estimate the earnings mo for the year. If it's less than 3 million, then the 8% tax rate is for you. May nakausap ako last Saturday dun sa meetup namin and nag-register siya with the what do you call that? I think the percentage tax din. So, medyo nadodoble yung number of forms na kailangan niya i-file pag magpa-file na siya ng tax. Magiging para doble. So, for me, as the 8%, I only have income tax, not the percentage tax anymore. And it was kind of to make things simple. Like, tax, the BIR and the tax stuff is kind of already, it can cause headaches for some people. So, I just wanted to simplify things para I can focus on the stuff that I really need to do in the business.
So this is the general 8%. So any income na pumasok, saktong 8%, that goes tax na.
That's it.
Do you think in your opinion or in your case, yung mas mas convenient ba o mas mainam na gawin mo yon na yung saktong 8% yung kaltas mo or you go ahead and do the usual income tax na and then add yung deductibles mo
Ah,
Okay.
May mga
Good
ilang ganun na,
question.
may mga ganun
Yeah.
na professionals niya na ang laki, na marami silang deductibles na sinasama.
Yeah. For me, just to simplify things, hindi ko na talaga sinama yung expenses because I do the accounting of my daily expenses. Pero medyo halo siya sa personal and business. I can separate it and then list them down, itemize them and whatever. Pero I need to have receipts to prove that. Kasi if ever i-audit or i-check ng BIR, you have to be able to justify yung mga sinulat mo and yung mga final mo. Here, in the 8%, no expenses to record. In in your journal, no expenses to input din sa tax filing mo in the quarterly or yearly. Kasi it's just simple, math to them. It's not anymore deduct, and stuff pa. Tapos mayroon pang other stuff like admin and like it's kind of the word I'm looking for. Medyo
optional standard deduction. Oo.
yeah.
Kasi, oh my God, lalabas sa kasi dumaan din ako sa seminar na yun. Meron kang itemized deduction, meron kang optional standard deduction. With optional standard deduction, hindi mo na kailangan i-itemize ang lahat ng ng expenses mo. Binigyan lang ng government ng dalawang option kasi so you can assess kung saan doon mas malaki yung expenses mo if you can justify every expense. Pero the amount is it's close to the average. Kaya nila sinet na you can go for the optional standard deduction na route. Saka in terms of tax computation, oh my God, LJ, lumabas yung tax mode ko. With the tax computation, you can either go through the direct 8% gross sales tax, or you can go with the ladderized na tax calendar, which doon na nag-iibang tax bracket mo with every earning. Pero tama si LJ, merong cap yung 8%. Ang maganda sa 8%, it's very simple. Once you meet that cap, ibang na naman siya. Kaysa doon sa ladderized na mag-a-adjust ka every few 100,000, I think. Kaya magulo siya.
Ayan. So LJ, can you explain to us ano yung cap so far sa ngayon? Doon sa 8%?
Cap so far is 3 million per year.
How much?
3 million.
3 million per year.
So,
when you register, kind of, kailangan mo na i-estimate for the year kung ano yung earn mo. Am I gonna be earning 3 million per year or not? And then from there, you make an informed decision on what you want to choose na tax type. Maraming nagtatanong sa akin after I release the blog post, bakit daw 8%? Bakit ganito? Bakit may mga ganyan? Isa lang talaga sabi ko is that I don't have any experience with the other one. And based on my research, yun din yung recommend ng BIR sa akin and ng mga tax and accounting experts na nakausap ko if you're really earning less than 3 million per year. So, if more than, iba na yung dapat na hindi na advantageous sa'yo yung 8% kasi masyadong malaki na.
Ayun. Pero, LJ, sa pansin mo, di ba, maraming nagtatanong sa'yo. I mean, obvious naman ang advantages when you're registered, yung nga you're able to take out loans, and of course, another advantage pala is you can actually get government contracts if you choose to.
Right.
Diba? So, even with these advantages, why do you think a lot of freelancers are still reluctant to register, to be registered, whether with the BIR or kahit sa barangay man lang, ganun? Why do you think?
I think number one would be the mindset and belief of people that it's still an underground information, or it's still an underground industry. They're very afraid that if baka habulin tayo ng BIR in the near future, or what if iba yung i-declare ko na amount, and then yun nga, pag makita or masilip nga. For me, it's just the belief or the mindset at first. Now, you have to change or condition your mindset. Now, you're doing it for long term, for legalization and for the benefit mo naman. Let's say if you want to get local clients, you can issue receipt. And because of that, I was able to close like local clients, corporate clients na naghahanap talaga ng receipt. So I can issue them. And they need it because legal din sila na company. They have to declare it, diba? Another number 2 would be the process. We don't really have the correct information dissemination process of how to actually register from start to finish and even filing. There's so much confusion, I think, and with a vast amount of different processes and information that people are being fed. That's why in my blog post, I wrote there that it's specifically based on my experience in this RDO in this city. Kasi it will cause confusion if I make it a general process.
I think dun din na-frustrate kasi parang there are freelancers all over the Philippines Tapos parang ang nagsusulat lang, ang nakaka-experience are a select few. Tapos parang so nasusurprise sila when they go to their RDO, hindi alam ng RDO anong nangyayari. So I think nakaka-frustrate din sa part ng freelancer na parang ito ang sinabi ng blog, pero bakit hindi sinusunod ng RDO na to? Ganun.
That's what happened to me in 2017. That's why I decided na parang hindi naman nila alam dito kung ano palang mangyayari. So, hindi na ako mag-register. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm the one who wants to register and pay taxes, and yet they're the one blocking me. Diba? Parang, why would I spend time on that when I can do other more, meaningful things?
True.
Productive things. Yeah.
So, LJ, what tips do you have for people thinking of registering sa BIR?
Number 1 would be to really know the requirements and process for your specific BIR office or RDO. So that hindi ka pabalik-balik, you will not waste time, and when you're already there, you are ready. You can call and you can ask the name of the BIR officer para if magkaroon ng problem in the office, the BIR office, then you can refer to this person. Pwede niyo po ba tanungin or hanapin or tawagin si kasi siya po yung nakausap ko at ito po yung sinabi sa akin. So, para clear ka na doon, di ba? Someone will back you up. Next would be just the requirements, complete requirements as well. So that comes with information collection from the BIRDO, and then a lot of patience because this is a kind of a waiting game. So when you're there, hindi pa minsan tayo sanay freelancers with international clients, international processes na fina-follow natin, medyo mabilis kasi it's all online. Doon, kailangan talaga mag-intay at baka malas ka pa pag down ang system. So, yeah, patience. And then be ready with money. It's not really that much, I would say, if you're, earning in dollars on a good amount. 500 for the registration, 1.5 or maybe less for the receipt. And then just some very minimal expenses. So more or less 2,500, below, something like that.
Kasama na yung pang-Xerox doon.
Kasama na doon,
depende kasi, di ko alam kung tiba sila doon sa pagpapasirox
It may be higher in some areas, Manila or because maybe the city ordinance or the local government unit requires business permit. So, di ba, medyo mag-aalat ka pa ng expense for that. So, it really varies. But that's the idea of it. Another tip as well would be maybe document your own process and help others or share the information to your other freelancer friends, VA friends as well, so that we will all be contributing to society. And then sabay-sabay tayo sa pag-asenso at pagreklamo din.
Ayun. Actually, maganda yung pinoint out mo na people, freelancers who go through the process really need to document. Kasi we have a commenter, si Bevs Duca Karakle, na naman, in her comment, shinare niya, kaya nga, we really have to to reiterate sa ating mga manonood na iba't ibang process, iba't ibang area. Kasi sa experience ni Bebs is just apply as occupational tax receipts. I have read this before na ang sa ibang lugar OTR lang kailangan. No need business permit if wala naman kayong DTI trade name. Freelancers are like professionals lang din, kaya no need to get business permit or clearance. Just go to the municipal or city hall at kumuha ng OTR, tapos yan ang ipakita sa BIR. So, yun ang process ni Bebs in her area. So, nagdedepende yun.
I just like to add, that's the actual process that I followed back in 2017. At hinarang ako sa may City Hall ba natin yun? Or somewhere kung saan ko kukunin dapat yung OTR, yung occupational tax. So, sabi nila, hindi ka naman po massage therapist, hindi ka naman po sa bar nagwo-work, or yung mga gano'n na mga occupational positions. So, sabi nila, they can't give me that. I can't apply for that kasi it's a specific city ordinance or local government unit na policy or rule. So that's why parang I was following the blog post of our co-founders of VA Bootcamp na si Holly, who did it in Cebu. In Cebu, it was applicable. Here in Davao, it was not. So yun.
Okay. At meron pa tayong isang tanong LJ na I can siguro magbibigay rin ako ng answer nito after you. For newbies na hindi naman nag-earn over 20k, do you know kung tax exempt sila as freelancer?
Depends on the specific tax type na i-register. If we do a little simple math, let's say 20,000 per month fixed for the entire year, that's 240,000 per year. Now, lahat ng tao na nagbabayad ng tax ngayon have whether or not anong specific tax type man na i-register mo or yung classification mo. We all have the hindi na siya kagaya dati na single, married with one child, married with two children, parang ganon. Lahat ngayon pantay-pantay na.
Pareho lang
merong 250,000 per year na exemption. So going back to the example natin na 240,000 per year lang yung in-earn niya, hindi niya kailangan magbayad ng tax, pero kailangan pa rin niya mag-file na zero yung tax niya. And then, depende pa yun kung quarterly ba siya nagfa-file or meron din siyang monthly or something. But, the overall total exemption for the year, yun ya, 250,000. So, if you're earning 10,000, maybe 15, 20, up to 20-something thousand pesos per month in 1 year, then, you don't have to pay. You just have to still file. Kasi mape-penalize ka pag hindi ka nag-file.
So, kumbaga, zero tax ka, pero kailangan mo pa rin i-file na wala kang tax na babayaran.
Right.
So, huwag niyo kalimutan yun, mga ka-VA. Importante yun, kahit wala kayo doon sa, kahit hindi kayo umabot doon sa threshold, kailangan nyo pa rin mag-register na wala kayong tax na babayaran. Konting effort lang. Kasi malay niyo, yung pagbabayad nyo o pagfa-file nyo religiously ng inyong tax, halimbawa, katulad ng sinabi ni LJ kanina, kung kailangan ninyong pumunta ng visa, ng mga bansa na kailangan ng visa, and then they see na, she's filing her taxes, he's filing his taxes. So, babalik yan ng Pilipinas. So, madaling makakuha ng stamp. Diba?
Right. Oo. Kasi pag wala, parang titingnan pa na yung bank records mo. I know some people now sa immigration na friends ko, hindi immigration people, pero yung friends na we're traveling na lumulusot, ayaw sila palusutin sa immigration kasi wala silang proof of anything. So, pinabuksan ang BPI bank account nila at saka yung PayPal account din para makita lang yung transaction. So, imagine makikita nila yung transactions na yon, di ba? So, tapos the hassle na ipabubukas pa nila sa'yo. So,
Ayun.
Correct.
May nag-PM ng comment kasi ayaw niyang ipaalam. Pero nag-ano siya ng comment na red tape ang one of the reasons reluctant ako mag-register. Plus inconsistency ng knowledge ng staff from different offices. So nag-ano siya, shinare niya na bakit ayaw niya mag-ano. I understand that kasi especially in the beginning. I mean, ito nag-employed ako noon sa Makati. Employed ka na nga, paminsan hindi pa consistent ang knowledge nila considering na standard practice na yun. Paano pa pag freelancer ka, mas maguguluhan pa sila doon. So,
right.
Oo. So, and nag-additional comment si Bevs na na she agrees with you regarding the 8% because the 8% is madali na lang siya i-compute. The 8% na gross sales tax para sa quarterly na lang ng file. Lahat ng clients ko na freelancers, ganun lang ginagawa namin para hindi hassle. Ayun.
Right.
So, check natin. Last na check ng kung sino pa ang mga I think yun na yun na lahat. Na-cover na natin
mabilis.
lahat.
Yun na.
Oo nga, medyo mabilis ang ating coverage today.
Ayun. So, LJ, anything you want to promote? You wanna share na last minute?
For me, when it comes to the BR and tax stuff, so I would like to really invite and encourage everyone na, kasi para sa inyo naman din to inviting and encouraging everyone to, go, kahit inquire man lang muna, what is the process? What are the requirements? If you think na it is doable, you can do it yourself, then go ahead and do it. Like, legitimize your own freelancing business or your own DA business, diba? It's gonna benefit you, I think, really in the long term when when you have the long term plans, diba? If you're just into the short term na parang ayoko kasi baka kasi ang laki ng in-earn ko, kailangan ko mag-pay ng ng malaki din kasi nga 8%, diba? Parang underground na muna ako kasi I'll just keep it in my pocket. That's your prerogative. That's your decision. Nobody's going to dictate you kung ano man ang magiging decision mo when it comes to this. Kasi ikaw yung gagawa di ba? Whether or not hanapin ka man or whatever, ikaw yung gagawa pa din. And then, aside from that, please do keep watching the VAD trip show.
Thank you!
You're welcome. They were very, very good hosts. Okay yung process and flow nila. I like the topics from their season 1 when I was like checking them out. And then this season 2 then. So, really helpful. And aren't you guys part of si Jay lang, part ng online jobs team?
Si Julia lang.
Oo, kami ni Oo, pero naman to, this is actually more of for the community talaga,
Community. So, kaya nga maraming groups.
Oo, maraming groups kaming and ang joke namin ni Vida, it's an excuse na makipag-chikahan once a week.
Kasi nga tayo lahat kind of work from home. So, there's not a lot of chances to network. And this is one of them. Plus, kami ni Julia, we kind of like telling everybody what to do. So, I mean, why not do it? And we like learning new things. So, why not combine them into a live stream tulad nito?
Yeah.
And then, naging reluctant vloggers na rin kami. Yung kailangan na rin namin mag-aral ng digital marketing.
Yeah.
Nag-goal setting kami.
Learning experience then, like from the hosts and from the guests and from the audience then, to really form that community vibe. Kasi like what you said, Vida, diba? It's like just working from home, paminsan alone, yung iba siguro mga depressed. So they need that type of feeling na they're part of a community, kahit yung parang the environment of people din, kahit virtual lang. And it's also nice to get out of the house every now and then to meet other freelancers or friends din. Kung hindi mo man ma-convince yung mga kabarkada mo, di ba? Like, find other people who are already doing it.
Oo.
Nako, yung friends ko hindi maintindihan ko anong ginagawa ko. Hanggang ngayon, ilang beses kong i-explain.
Parang, it's an excuse to wear makeup at home.
Yun din. Tulad ngayon.
Na-miss ng marami dun sa corporate.
Oo, biglang napaano.
Biglang napaayos. Ayun. So, guys, nga pala, next week, ang topic naman natin, balik din ulit tayo bilang freelancers. Pag-uusapan namin, gobyerno pa rin po. Pag-uusapan namin ang programs ng Department of Information, Communications and Technology, specifically yung kanilang RISTT na program. Ano ulit yun, Julia?
Rural Impact Sourcing Technical Training.
Yes, trainers po kami ni Julia dyan.
Oo.
Kasi pa rin kami ng assignment namin kasi natenga kami ng eleksyon.
Oo. Or LJ, in case interested ka. Ayun.
Trainer.
Oo.
Sure.
And
to give back to the community ba naman, di ba?
Oh, yes.
Sige.
And parason ko, tapos ko, hinintay ko yung check ko.
And sana ma-invite ka namin ulit, LG, ha? Kung for more chikahan. Kasi, digital marketing, trainer rin kasi si LJ. So, you also train. So, kung may mga, or may mga meetups ba kayo coming up that you wanna promote?
Nothing yet for May, pero may pinaplano technically monthly for the Flip sa Freelancers in the Philippines group na Davao people, meetup group. But, I'll just announce na lang siguro sa Facebook profile ko when it's already there na. Kasi I'll be traveling to Manila kasi May 21 to 28. So, and then siguro either before or pagbalik ko, not sure yet.
Ayun. Sige, thank you so much, LG.
Thank you, LJ.
And guys,
You're
please.
welcome.
Oo, and guys, don't forget to follow LJ sa sa page niya. Don't forget to subscribe to our page. For more videos like this, meron din kami sa YouTube, and ang LinkedIn namin will be our podcast platform, so check it out. So liputin our podcast episodes there. And don't forget to PM us if you want topic suggestions or gusto nyo kaming sponsor. Razor. Razor.
Pa siya ngayon nakatago muna kasi mainit.
We're holding it hostage hanggang sponsor nyo kami. Razor.
Hostage.
Naka-hostage siya.
Oo. And recommendations. That's how we can improve our show. Ayun.
Yeah. So guys, thank you ulit sa pagsubaybay niyo sa amin.
And thank you, LJ.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye Vida. Bye Julia.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.